Coming up on Chapman News, the Trump train rolled through Orange County yesterday. Find out what fans and foes alike had to say.
Old Town Orange has a new eatery, and no, it is not a pizza place. We're taking you behind the counter at the all-new burger parlor, coming up on Chapman News.
And finally, a student who brought a national organization aimed to ending childhood cancer to Chapman is here to talk about the club's first year on campus and how you can get involved.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Chapman News. Happy Friday. I'm Justin Maestas.
And I'm Wolfie Tash. Thank you for joining us on this great Friday afternoon. We start today with presidential candidate Donald Trump, who brought his campaign efforts to Orange County last night, holding a rally for more than 8,500 people at the Pacific Amphitheater in Costa Mesa. Trump began the rally welcoming the Stolen Lives Quilt Group on stage, a collection of people who have lost their family members to crimes of illegal immigrants. Trump went on to say that while he believes will be necessary in order to stop the violence.
We need a tough tone, believe me. Believe me. For a while, at least, we're going to need it.
Trump discussed his plan to repeal and replace Obamacare, to bring jobs back to the United States, and to build a wall at the Mexican border, because here in California, he said, citizens suffer from it the most.
No state in America has suffered worse from open borders than the state of California. Its impact on jobs, wages, security, schools, hospitals has been devastating. We know that.
Trump highlighted the 15,000 Border Patrol agents that endorsed him for presidency last week, as well as support from Dr. Ben Carson and Governor Chris Christie. But not everyone at the fairgrounds was behind the candidate. After the rally, protesters took to the streets, blocking major intersections near the amphitheater. Protesters held Mexican flags and screamed profanities as the crowds exited the rallies, and police forces had to disperse the groups.
Donald Trump's nighttime rally in Orange County was his first stop in California in advance of June's primaries. Trump spoke in the evening, but folks started arriving at the fairgrounds bright and early. Reporter Emily Beal brings you more of the sights and sounds of a big day in Costa Mesa.
Republican candidate Donald Trump's first campaign rally was in Costa Mesa yesterday. The rally drew over 8,000 people, ranging from the elderly to second graders. We took to the streets to see what those who support and oppose Trump had to say.
How old are all of you?
17.
You're all 17? 18? Your birthday's coming up soon?
Already happened. Yeah.
So you can vote, but the rest of you cannot vote.
Yeah, we're just millennials supporting.
So tell me what it is that you love about Donald Trump.
Well, Donald Trump shows a lot of potential for our country today. It's a really wonderful chance for Americans today to choose someone that's not politically too, embraced in parties, Republican Party or Democratic Party. It's really nice to see different types of candidates come out and support the United States.
Well, I am a Republican woman, and I could never see myself voting for Donald Trump because of the way that he speaks of women, because of the way that he speaks of his constituents and his opponents.
And I believe what he's going to say. I believe he's going to make America great again. I believe he's going to build this wall, and I believe he's going to make America safe.
I think that Donald Trump is going to destroy political correctness and bring our country back to its roots as a solid superpower in the world.
He's an oligarch. He's a racist, a sexist. He's classist. He is a massive homophobe. He supports religious exemption laws. He prevents unions from organizing in his properties while he pays starvation wages. He's bankrupted several businesses. He is neither a good role model nor smart enough to be on a local school board, let alone the President of the United States.
He's not a politician. He's a fresh face. He's been successful. He inherited money. He lost money. And guess what? He made it again. about 20 or 30 times more than he started out with. So I respect people that go up and down and crawl all the way back up and then still has the energy and wants to do something for the country. I don't want to lose her.
Anybody that is like that, I can't even imagine them being in the White House. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What I love about Donald Trump is that he's not a politician. Hillary Clinton is the biggest politician and the biggest liar in America and in American history, and Donald Trump is not that.
And there's so much things not to like, but I'd probably have to go with his overall moral character. He's just not a good person.
I am out here at the Pacific Amphitheater where Donald Trump's rally begins in just a few hours. And as you can see by this line behind me, there are many people here. We are estimating over 1,000 people have shown up here today to show support for and against Trump. Now, this is Trump's first visit to the Golden State, and the primaries are coming up on June 7th. So he is beginning his campaign here and developing his camp. His opponent, Ted Cruz, has visited twice, and we are awaiting a visit from Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders on the Democratic side in the future. Reporting from the Pacific Amphitheater in Costa Mesa, I'm Emily Beal for Chapman News.
And Trump continues to attract a crowd at every rally he holds. This week, Ted Cruz became the first of the presidential candidates to choose a running mate. Cruz chose former candidate and former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina to join him on the ticket. The announcement came at an event in Indianapolis as Cruz hopes to gain momentum before the state's upcoming primaries. Fiorina dropped out of the race earlier this year and immediately endorsed Cruz.
A freshman at Chapman University was critically injured after falling 3 stories headfirst at the new Musco Arts Center on Saturday. The female was in an area reserved for maintenance workers as she fell during an afternoon performance of The Merchant at Venice. She tried to jump over a railing but fell. Lieutenant Fred Lopez of the Orange County Police Department stated that she misjudged the landing and that this is a case of someone being where they're not supposed to be. She is now in stable condition while recovering at a local hospital.
And coming up, Chapman construction continues with the groundbreaking for the Science Center.
And dozens of films made a splash this weekend at the Newport Beach Film Festival. We'll take you there.
And all the weather information you'll need for your rowdy stagecoach weekend. You're watching Chapman News. We'll be right back.
Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Take your life to new heights. Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. History, philosophy, peace studies, languages. Study abroad and explore the world. Become a global citizen. The Wilkinson College at Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead.
Hollywood hopefuls flooded Newport Beach this past week to celebrate the 17th annual Newport Beach Film Festival. This year's program was made up of more than 350 independent and international films, from features and documentaries to shorts and animations. Amongst the top films of the week was Dirty Old Wedge, a documentary about the infamous and dangerous wedge surfing spot known to many body surfers. The film was sold out for all 3 of its screenings before the first movie of the festival even premiered. The week-long extravaganza wrapped up last night with a networking party for the filmmakers as well as the general public to celebrate this year's best films.
You know, Justin, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but my favorite food of all time has got to be burgers. You know, cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburgers, burgers with French fries in them. I mean, I'll pretty much put anything inside a cheeseburger, to be 100% honest with you.
You can't go wrong with burgers, I swear. 3x3 from In-N-Out?
Probably the greatest thing on the face of the earth, I mean, easily. Our own very own Mandy Ortiz is in the circle today checking out the newest restaurant. Mandy, how's it going?
Austin, that's right. We're standing here in the Burger Parlor, the newest eatery in Old Town Orange. Lots of different options here, and I'm standing here with chef and owner Joseph Mann.
Yes.
What's going to bring people here to Burger Parlor as opposed to all the other options here in the circle?
I think our quality of our product and obviously our customer-centric service, I think combined together creates a unique experience that's unlike anything else here in the circle. So if it's our antibiotic, hormone-free beef sourced from Nebraska, our buns cooked daily, our fries and onion rings that are cut daily, fried to order, our house-made ice cream for our shakes. I think there's something for everybody to experience. That's something unique to this area, and hopefully we could add value to the community. I love the plaza. I'm
awesome.
really, really happy to be here. It took a little longer than expected, but nonetheless, we're here and we're ready to go.
Great. So it's no secret. We're excited to try your burgers. So
Okay.
can you show me how to make the perfect Burger Parlor burger?
Sure. So obviously you start off with 6.5 ounces of Omaha, Nebraskan beef, antibiotic, hormone-free. It's certain blends of beef. So that means there's 4 different types of cuts that go into our blend that's proprietary for what we do here. And obviously seasoning.
Seasoning,
very,
yes.
very, very important. So we'll just sew this on. And you just want to get a good sear on there and really let the ingredients shine. I wish there was more to it,
Yeah.
but you know, properly sourcing the ingredients that is best suited for our guests is priority number 1. If I wouldn't eat it, I wouldn't serve it to anybody else, and I have pretty high standards.
And since you are the chef and the owner, how do you think that elevates the quality of your product?
I think it's everything, and it allows us to be different in a very highly competitive set, and I think it's really what we hang our hat on. That with customer-centric service, that, you know, putting our guests first on every step of the way, I think it's a good combination to start with.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to skip ahead for the purpose of time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take this. Well, first, add that oven-roasted tomato, right, to
Oh,
the
yeah.
burger. Okay, can't forget about that.
With arugula and chipotle aioli.
Okay.
Number 1 burger, order 2 to 1 over anything else.
And then I slide that right on there.
Look at that.
Oh, with skill. This looks amazing. What is this burger called?
The smoky.
The Smoky. And when are you guys open? When can people actually taste this burger?
Actually, today, we have a soft opening all weekend, but officially Monday.
All right, well, you heard it. Chef and owner Joseph Mann. We'll send it back to you in the studio, but I'm going to take a bite of this before we go. Catch you guys later.
Oh, that looks so good.
Honestly, I really hope she's going to bring one back for us. And if she does, Mandy, if you can see this, bring some with bacon on it, honestly.
Please.
Well, just when we thought all the construction was finally over on campus, Chapman welcomed its newest and largest additions to the university. Too bad we won't be around when this new building is officially open.
Chapman University broke ground this Wednesday on what is going to be the largest and most expensive building in the university's history. The new Center for Science and Technology will be the new home to Schmid College. The building will cost a total of $130 million, stand 3 stories tall, and cover 140,000 square feet over a 2.25-acre property. This addition to the university will allow future students to pursue degrees in biology, chemistry, biochemistry, earth sciences, mathematics, physics, and computational sciences, while for the first time opening the doors to students interested in pre-med. Dr. Jennifer L. Funk, Associate Professor at Schmid College of Science and Technology, discusses the future impact the new center may have for Chapman's science program.
I think that having this space is really going to allow faculty to increase their research programs. So we're holding off on buying equipment for experiments because we basically need the new building. So I think that it's really going to propel a lot of research programs forward.
Jim Doty is carrying out his final weeks as the university's president. He has said that he considers the groundbreaking for the Center of Science and Technology as one of the most significant events in his 25 years as president and an exciting capstone to the leadership he has given Chapman. With a long yet exciting road ahead of the university, the new Center for Science and Technology is set to open in the fall of 2018. I'm Emma Hertz, Chapman News.
After seeing how great the new Musco Center looks, I cannot wait to see what this new science building is going to look like, huh, Justin?
It's going to be incredible. Have you seen the way the football field is going to look after that, too?
No, it's going to be amazing. This school's going to look so good by the time we're all gone. It's going to make me jealous.
Excuse me.
And now today we have the new student organization on campus has been making waves with their fundraising efforts. And joining us today in the studio is the president and founder of the Be Positive organization, Becca Backton. Becca, how you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us in studio. It's a pleasure to have you on air with us today.
So, Becca, I hear all about your foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about this dance thing you're going to put on?
Yeah, of course. So our club puts on CUDM, Chapman University Dance Marathon. It's taking place on May 8th at the Hutton Sports Center. It's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Anyone is welcome to attend. We are encouraging the community and the public to come. If you're registered on our website, you are for free. And if you're a student, $5 with your student ID, and the public's $10. It's going to be a lot of fun. Silent auction, free food, lots of fun events, and we hope to see everyone there.
That's so awesome. It's a really great way for the students to get involved and get back.
Yeah.
What do you think makes you feel so, I don't know, passionate about the organization, passionate about what you guys do here on campus for the foundation?
I'm very passionate about the Be Positive Foundation, and one of those reasons is because 46 kids are diagnosed every single day in the United States with childhood cancer, and that's way too many kids. You know, we're all about living life to the fullest and experiencing as much as possible, and it's just so sad that these kids can't, you know, really experience their life. They're in the hospital day in and day out, and they're really fighting for their lives, and I consider them my heroes, and I just hope to fight for as many as I possibly can.
What exactly does the Be Positive Foundation stand for? How do you guys get the name and
Yeah,
story
so
behind
it stands for a young boy was diagnosed with leukemia, and he sadly passed away. His name was Andrew, and his father started the foundation in his honor. And his blood type was B positive, and that's also how he chose to live his life. So we do everything in honor of Andrew, and we always just try to make, you know, this experience for kids and their families easier. We fund research, we provide financial assistance, and we really do as much as possible for these kids and their families.
Now, do you guys meet throughout the week? Do you guys have club organizations that people can come to besides this dance-a-thon that you guys have?
Well, our dance marathon is the main event of the year. We have fundraisers throughout the year along with our other CUDM teams, but we really hope to have as many people come to the dance marathon. We set a goal of $30,000 when we formed in November, and we've already surpassed our goal. So we really are just trying to raise as much as possible, and we can't wait for the event.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations on
Thank you.
raising all that money, and thank you so much again for joining us in studio today. It's been great having you here with us today. I can't wait to go Be Positive and be a part of that marathon and dance on out with all the crew, eh, Justin?
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I can't wait to check that out.
Yeah, what a beautiful weekend it's been here too in Orange. Perfect for a dance party. You know, I've loved being able to just sit out, enjoy all this weather, and you know, just reminds me of summer is coming so fast for us, and the school year is almost over.
Oh, I can't wait. Summer break's the best time. But Maddie, excuse me. I'm sorry, Maddie. What's the weather going to look like this weekend?
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. Hey, Southern California. The weather this weekend is going to be gorgeous. After a little bit of rain from those tropical storms, we are looking at lots of sun. Right now in Orange, it is 67 degrees with a little bit of clouds. Now, please note that those clouds mean lots of humidity. I'm talking 87% with only winds at 9 miles per hour. And that humidity warning is going to stay in effect for all of Orange County. And even though it is cooler on the coast, it's still a little warmer inland. Here's our Orange County forecast for you. Right now, it's a high of 58 up in Westminster, and as we go down the coast, it stays around 57. As we go inland, it's hotter because the winds from the tropical storm are not going in there as much, so it's going to be more hot inland, just like it is for all of Southern California. For Southern California, you know that you're going to stay cooler by the water, of course. You can see in Avalon, it's about 65. Up in Santa Barbara, it's about 63. Now, as we move inland, you can see here, Palm Springs is 80 degrees. That is where Stagecoach is. We will be covering that in just a little bit, but for right now, you have your 5-day outlook. It is gorgeous all week long. Sunny, 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 Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And for our lows, we are making sure that it is nice and comfortable in the mid-50s. Now, like I said, back to Stagecoach weekend, you want to be sure that you're staying hydrated. It's going to be very, very hot. And remember, this is the same fairgrounds as Coachella, so you want to protect your nose and mouth from that dirt. I suggest a bandana, but don't worry, you could take it off for your cute watermelon pictures. Have a very fun and safe weekend. Please stay hydrated, protect your body with sunscreen, and back to you guys at the desk.
We look at the men's and women's lacrosse teams as they head into their postseasons. Plus, Chapman baseball team adds a new and rather special member. All that and more coming up on the Best Campus Sports Show.
Odds of becoming an astronaut, 1 in 13,200,000. Odds of being struck by lightning, 1 in 576,000. Odds of dating a supermodel, 1 in 88,000. Odds of bowling a perfect game, 1 in 11,500. Odds of being trapped in an elevator, 1 in 24,528. Odds of catching a ball at a major league game, 1 in 563. Odds of an injury from shaving, 1 in 6,585. Odds of tripping while texting, 1 in 10. Odds of getting cancer in your lifetime, 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women.
It's up to us
To change the odds for our generation.
for the ones we love, for our future.
If you don't like the odds, stand up. Stand up to cancer.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris Williams, and I'll be your host for this week's edition of the Best Campus Sports Show. It's an exciting time in the year for sports. You have the NBA and NHL playoffs both in full swing, but for football fans like myself, it was all about the NFL draft last night. It's the beginning of the new year, a fresh start for the 31 teams that fell short of the title last year, and a chance to meet the young stars that could soon become the face of your favorite franchise. The Los Angeles Rams kicked off the draft, having the first overall pick. Let's take a listen.
16 NFL Draft. The Los Angeles Rams select Jared Goff, quarterback, California.
Another top-tier quarterback, Carson Wentz, was taken second overall by the Philadelphia Eagles, and Joey Bosa, the dominant defensive end out of the Ohio State University, rounded out the top 3 when he was picked up by the San Diego Chargers. You know, professional football teams weren't the only ones to add some new faces to their team this spring. The Chapman baseball team added their latest player recently, despite it being the middle of their season. Matt Brown has more on how the smallest teammate can make the biggest impact.
It's been a special season for the Panthers because this is their special teammate. Carter Ankeny is 5 years old and has signed on to become a Panther for life. October 2nd, 2015, Carter was diagnosed with leukemia. He couldn't play t-ball anymore, so Chapman was contacted through the nonprofit Team Impact to pick up a new member mid-season.
Today, the Panthers baseball program is signing Carter Ankeny to a celebratory letter of intent.
April 14, 2016, Carter was officially a Chapman baseball player.
I think determination really signifies his character with how much he's going through, how much is on his plate, and how much he's willing to undertake with that emotionally and physically.
Carter tries to go to every game and practice that he can, along with his parents and little sister.
We always have fun playing baseball and stuff like that. And since this, I mean, we have seen noticeable perk up.
The Panthers have seen an uptick in team performance as well. Since the signing, they have won 5 of 7 games and have clinched a spot in the SCIAC playoffs.
You appreciate the game more. Like, for instance, if I have a strikeout, like, I get mad at myself, but, like, I walk in, Carter's high-fiving me, and then you're just like, how can you get mad? You know, I'm going to have fun today, and that's the biggest thing that Carter's really brought to the table, I think.
The Ankenys have a social media campaign using the hashtag #CarterStrong. Each baseball player has a wristband with that phrase. It unites the players, the coaches, and the Ankeny family as one strong team.
When they first approached us in the hospital about it, it was like 100% we want to do something like that, 100%, just because, Carter likes being part of a team.
It's clear that Carter's future with the Panthers shines bright. From Hart Park in Orange, Matt Brown, Chapman News.
Thanks, Matt. What a touching story. Carter and the Panthers look to finish their season strong this Sunday with a doubleheader starting at 11 a.m. Chapman's women lacrosse started their postseason this Wednesday in the SCIAC tournament, taking on Whittier College. Chapman's Athlete of the Week started the scoring with this dip and dunk, putting Chapman up 1-0 early. Whittier would not be discouraged, though. First, it's Angelina Cuevas cutting down the lane and tying the game up at 1. A few minutes later, it's Deladera splitting the defense and giving the Poets a 2-1 lead. Whittier would carry that 1-goal lead into the half with a score of 5-4. The Poets came out of the half just as hot as they went into it, scoring Bowler finding the back of the net early in the second, but enough was enough for the Panthers. Stacey Zupa nets one of her game-high 4 goals. Then it's Kelsey Mackin who gets the ball to barely squeak by the goalie for the goal. And then only moments later, it's Kelsey Mackin again who gets free at the top of the crease and puts it home. Chapman would beat the Poets convincingly 15-7 thanks to that 8-0 run to close the game. We caught up with Coach Kirkpatrick and Stacey Zupa after the game.
They made it hard for us, and they made adjustments that we weren't ready for. So in that first half, that was us not quite prepared and ready to attack. And we were a little discombobulated. And I thought in the second half we did a better job of being on the same page, understanding how we wanted to attack.
We came out a little slow, a little sloppy, but we picked it up, and that's all that really matters. You know, this could be our last game, and I think it finally hit us. We're down by 1 at halftime, and we got to pick it up, and that's what we did.
The Chapman men's lacrosse team will be starting their conference tournament this weekend. Adam Mann has more on their preparation.
The powerhouse of Chapman lacrosse, elite year in and year out, yet this season may stand above the rest. With an offense that scored 240 goals, 72 more than the next best team in the conference, and a strong, tenacious defense, the team ended their regular season with a perfect 16-0 record. The Chapman lacrosse team finished the regular season undefeated for the first time in school history. However, that was never an objective of the team. The team's primary goal has always been to win the postseason tournament.
We want to be at the top at the end of the season, you know, not just after the regular season. To go undefeated was obviously nice, but we're definitely far from done.
It's really nice that it's happened, but I don't think it was a goal necessarily. The goal is to, you know, you win your big games, get yourself a high seed going into playoffs, and ultimately, you know, win from there.
This weekend's SLC tournament will help determine national tournament seeding. Chapman seeks revenge against ASU, who they lost to in last year's tournament after 4 overtimes. UCSB will be there as well, a team Chapman beat earlier this year. With a #1 rank in the national coaches poll, focus is the key this week, as high expectations are a familiar part of Panther lacrosse.
Every other year we've gone into this conference tournament and then in the MCLA national tournament thinking and believing that we're going to win it. So the pressure's the same as every other year.
Chapman's starting goalie Gus Gradinger will be sidelined this weekend after tearing his MCL against Whittier. He will be replaced by senior Mac Burrell ahead of freshman Daniel Aguilar. With the playoffs here, it's next man up. From Ernie Chapman Stadium in Orange, Adam Mann, Chapman News.
The team will be down 2 more stars. Coach Dallas Hartley suspended Steve Kersell and Brent Melby for some off-field incident that happened recently. Now, Ducks fans, we have some breaking news for you. Head coach Bruce Boudreau was fired this morning, just 2 days after the Ducks were eliminated in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. They lost their 4th straight Game 7 at home, and the Ducks management had enough with Boudreau. So we'll keep a close eye on that search for a new coach moving forward. But in the meantime, let's see what's going on in the entertainment world. Zach, what do you have for us?
Students. Find out more in entertainment. You're watching Chapman News.
Stand up for what's right. Chapman University. Passion, perseverance, teamwork, integrity. Create value in the world. The School of Law at Chapman University. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Chemistry, physics, computational science, biology. Start doing research in your first year. Soar to new heights. The Schmidt College of Science at Chapman University. Explore.
Okay. It's been a crazy week here in entertainment. You know that old saying, when life gives you lemons, release an album about how your husband is cheating on you? Beyoncé is the name on everyone's lips this week after the surprise release of her visual album Lemonade sparked some controversy. Jay-Z's wandering eye and infidelity prompts Beyoncé to tell him to call the Becky with good hair and her song Sorry. The Beehive was buzzing up a storm as they scoured the internet to find out who Becky could be. Many speculate that Becky is in fact designer Rachel Roy, whose relationship with Jay-Z has been under scrutiny in the past. Rumor has it that that infamous elevator brawl between Jay-Z and Beyoncé's sister Solange was sparked by inappropriate behavior between the designer and music mogul. 30 minutes after the release of Beyoncé's HBO special, Roy posted on Instagram and captioned, "Good hair, don't care, live in the light, hashtag no drama queens." Roy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé have yet to confirm or deny the cheating rumors. Beyoncé has chosen to focus on her Formation tour, and we here at Chapman News wish her the best of luck. But speaking of concerts, Chapman's University Program Board announced on Wednesday that they are offering free tickets to students for their annual spring concert. In a statement published online, UPB says that they wanted to give more opportunities to students and have decided not to charge admission into the venue. The organization is planning on refunding everyone who has bought a ticket thus far. The concert featuring Mickey Echo will be held in the new Musco Center of the Arts and is the first event hosted by an organization to allow students into the building. The event will be held this Saturday at 7 p.m. There's no doubt there's a lot of talent hidden among Chapman students, but this particular student is definitely not trying to hide from anyone. Chapman senior Dominique Stewart has had little trouble breaking into the performance and music world, but when she was not busy as the former president of Chapman's a cappella group Soundcheck, competing as a contestant in American Idol, or guest appearing on the hit show Glee, she spends her time on her own music career. Following the release of her 4 brand new singles in the past few months, Stewart debuted her EP along with her very first music video last week, right here on Chapman campus.
If you listen to her music, you will notice that she is very she's positive.
Dominique let Chapman News in on a little secret, telling us that her single It's Love is about her 5-year relationship with her boyfriend. However, the other songs on that EP are about a breakup that she never actually went through. What's next for her? Well, she says that her communication studies has helped her with business relations and that being an artist is a lot like running your own company, so I'm sure it won't be long until we see more of her. You can find her songs on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play, and you can also check her out on Facebook and her website, www.dominiquestewartmusic.com. It's a bird? It's a plane? No, it's an elephant. Disneyland goers who were expecting a normal trip to the happiest place on Earth were left in awe as they looked up into the sky. Disney flew a mechanical elephant over the park, and no, it wasn't Dumbo. The park is revamping their popular Jungle Cruise and is installing an updated animatronic of the elephant in the ride. Reports say that the old elephant had some wear and tear issues, causing its head to fall off and shocking Jungle Cruise riders. With new and improved mechanics, the ride is set to take off May 6th. That's all I have for you today in entertainment. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Zach. Log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman News bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chapman News, Twitter and Instagram at Chapman News, and YouTube at youtube.com/Chapman News.
And finally, I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to my mom, Mabel Tash, who is here in the studio today watching live. Thank you for all you do, and I love you very much. Thanks for watching the show, everyone. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.